Okay, N4MQ here. I wanted to make a quick video of one of the ideas I came up with. Being an AMer, I have a Johnson Thunderbolt and a Johnson Ranger and a SX101, and I monitor my transmissions. So if there's any kind of noise or anything, it really gets back into the receiver during transmit. Even though I got a TR relay in there, a Dalkey, it's just not enough to do everything that I want to do. So what I came up with was a better way to ground the rig here. I've been grounding it with a number 10 wire, and that was set up on a power pole, and that just didn't work. So what I've done is I've put together a little setup here with the T connector. This is the RF into the amplifier, and the T connector goes to a braided connector, which is a 3/4 inch braid. The tubes are off. I remoted the power supply. The high voltage on this transmitter only comes on if you turn on the plate switch and if you key the power supply. Power supply is off right now, dormant. Makes the Thunderbolt 60 pounds lighter, which is a good thing. In any case, another way of showing it to you is on the receiver. I have the cable hooked up to the receiver input, and this is an Amphenol T. You have to use Amphenols. Everybody else has got lousy connectors. Anyway, I took the braid and I soldered it to one end of a PL259 shell. It doesn't connect to the center conductor. So the receiver antenna now comes in and goes to the receiver like normal, but I've got this massive 3/4 inch braid. And the nice thing about it is if I want to take it off, it's not a problem. Being behind the bench, it's a real problem to try to take the screw off the cable, screw off the chassis when you're trying to move equipment around or you want to do maintenance or service or whatever. So having a PL259 connector gives me a bodacious ground, and by using a T connector, I have the receiver and the output of the transmitter chassis is both tied together in a most serious fashion, so that the Thunderbolt is capable of being very quiet when I transmit. So being on the dummy load, when I transmit, I get a nice signal out of the whole thing, and everything works. Turn on the plate, make it available, and I have no high voltage. When I key the microphone, that's when the high voltage comes on, and you can see the signal coming through here. So it's all set up. This is AM right now, and I can go to sideband if I want to with the push of a button. But the idea is I have a good solid ground and everything's stable, and when I want to move equipment around or reconfigure stuff, it's very simple to do because I have this PL259 shell going to a T and grounded. It makes all my boat anchors work really well. So just wanted to show you what I was doing here. Hello, Charlie. This is Charles Proteus Steinmetz. He sometimes edits my film. So that's just my idea of how to make a better ground. It works for me, and it definitely quieted down the receiver during transmit. Oh, up on my shoulder, buddy. Okay. So there's another thought in case anybody else is interested. It works very simply. You can use a cheap PL259 because you're not using the center conductor. You don't care. But what you want to do is you want to have the T made out of Amphenol material. So when I turn off the microphone, the high voltage goes away in about 2 seconds. Makes the rig a little safer. No extra heat dissipation. Works extremely well. So this is N4MQ. Enjoy.